How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC theory discussion video. In today's video, we are finally going to be taking a look at a theory that has been requested of me numerous times called the Mii costume theory. However, guys, as always, and I cannot stress this enough, just because this theory may actually have some kind of credibility behind it, that does not mean that it is 100% going to end up being real, so make sure you guys take it with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about this just for fun. If you guys would like to read along while I talk, you can find the link to the original post in the description bar down below, and now, with all that out of the way, I have to tell you guys where this theory came from. So guys, this theory was sent in to me by one of my subscribers on my Discord server, so if you guys haven't already joined up, you can find a link to my Discord as well as links to all of my social media presences, such as my Twitter and Patreon, in the description bar down below, as well as the pinned comment. Also guys, don't forget that the Nintendo eShop gift card giveaway we are doing over on my girlfriend's channel is now officially live. So if you guys want to go ahead and enter for your chance to win, I will leave a link to it in the description bar down below. However, guys, with all of that being said, the theory that we are going to go ahead and take a look at comes from GameFAQs.com. So now, guys, with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at this brand new theory. So, guys, like I said, this theory comes from GameFAQs.com, and it is titled The Mii Costume Theory, and it is posted by a user named Once Upon. It starts by saying, today, the hero from Dragon Quest and Banjo-Kazooie were confirmed for Smash. To all the supporters, congratulations. However, there are still two characters to go. While there is not much to work on at the moment, there is still a theory that's still around and that could have gained some ground due to those two reveals and Vergaben's claims during the speculation cycle. What is the Mii costume theory? The theory is that the missing third-party costumes would return in Ultimate, accompanied by a character from the same company. It was started when Joker was released alongside the Tails and Knuckles Mii costumes. What does today's reveal have to do with the theory? For starters, the hero was confirmed and is owned by Square Enix. While it is certainly not 100% sure, it's highly likely that the Chocobo costume and Geno costume will return along the other Dragon Quest costumes that will come with the characters. On Banjo-Kazooie, it's assuming that Vergaben was correct on the Minecraft content. There are only two possibilities for this. Minecraft gets a character, a stage, and music, or Minecraft gets Mii costumes or something else like that. Given that no credible leaker stated that Steve is going to be part of the past, it sounds like costumes is the way to go. So who are the possible candidates of the theory? Assuming that the hero really comes with the Geno and Chocobo costumes, we are left with 6 missing costumes from Capcom, 3 from Namco, and 2 from Sega, meaning that the possible candidates are a Sega character, a Namco character, and a Capcom character. What are the flaws? Obviously, it's just a theory. It relies on patterns that can be stomped with whoever is revealed next. While I doubt that Geno and Chocobo won't come back with the Dragon Quest heroes, it's possible that the remaining costumes from Capcom, Namco, and Sega will simply be released by themselves during the game's DLC period. It also depends on if you believe Nintendo and Sakurai would leave such evidence in their DLC. What are your thoughts on the matter? So now that we've gone over the entire post, let's talk about it a little bit. So I decided to go ahead and go through the comments to find out which character people thought that we were going to end up seeing in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate if the Mii costume theory is legit. And according to a user named UberPyro64, they say, if the Mii costume theory is legit and we do in fact get a Namco and Capcom rep, they'll more than likely be Tekken and Resident Evil. Those are the biggest, best-selling Japanese franchises not yet in Smash. Personally, I don't think we'll get a Namco rep though. I think we'll get a Bethesda rep with Doomslayer instead. Now, right away, let's go ahead and talk about a Tekken rep first. So obviously, when we talk about a Tekken rep, we gotta talk about Heihachi. Now, I know there are a ton of different characters in Tekken that could potentially come to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but usually, Nintendo wants to add in the most iconic and most well-loved. Now, I know that Heihachi, there is some debate over which character is like the face of the franchise, but considering in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, we had a Mii costume of Heihachi, yeah, obviously that is the character that Nintendo is going to add in if they do decide to add in a Tekken rep. Now, in terms of the Mii costume theory, yeah, once again, we did already have a Tekken costume in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, so it would make all the sense in the world if we were actually getting a Namco rep to add in Heihachi, since he already has had some kind of presence in Smash Bros. As a whole before. So, once again, if we are going to talk about the potential reps from the Mii costume theory, I think that also a Resident Evil character is probably the next one to make it in, and I do think that Leon Kennedy has the best chance. In a post from a user on GameFAQs named BroToMars, they start by saying 70% Leon Scott Kennedy. Call it a hunch, but one can't help feel suspicious that Capcom doesn't have a new real rep for Smash Ultimate so far, and it feels like Nintendo is dancing around that fact by just adding an Echo and a boss character to this game. Although Capcom already has two major franchises represented in Smash that are playable, it is not impossible to add another. Sakurai has also been incorporating horror-themed characters like Simon and Richter Belmont and Yuri Kozukata, various other elements into Smash Ultimate, so it's possible that he has been hinting at adding a character from a more mature series. Resident Evil and Biohazard is an iconic survival horror series and one of the more popular franchises owned by Capcom. If there was any character to represent this series, it would have to be Leon, as he is both iconic to the series and popular with the fans, more so than Jill, Chris, or even Wesker. Plus, there are rumors of another Resident Evil game for 2019. His inclusion would also help to appeal to the Western mature crowd, as they often complain that Smash includes too many swordsmen, and characters like Joker panders too much to Japan and JRPG fans. Although he has yet to appear in a mainstream fighting game, a detail that may entice Sakurai, he can borrow moves from Chris in Marvel vs. Capcom. My idea for his moveset is that he starts with hand-to-hand combat, but Leon could then pull out his iconic knife and gun to change up his playstyle. The knife can be thrown, and his gun would have limited ammo. Overall, his playstyle would focus resource management and would require the player to maintain a strong offense, unlike other characters that just camp and wait. Although people would argue that other characters like Chris, Jill, and Wesker have more experience and presence in the fighting game community, Sakurai likes to maintain an element of mystery and surprise. Leon's inclusion would help convince people that anything can happen in Smash. Now, with all of that being said, and although there is evidence for both of these characters making it into Smash, there's also a chance that maybe we'll get a character from Sega, or in an extremely unlikely scenario, maybe we'll get another one from Square Enix. Once again, guys, I'm not 100% sure, but at this point, I think that if the Mii costume theory does end up being legit, we are basically going to be choosing between these two characters. I mean, for those of you guys who weren't already aware, yeah, Tekken and Resident Evil are both extremely popular over in Japan. Now, I understand right away that a game franchise does not have to be super popular over in Japan for it to eventually come to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I mean, look at Banjo-Kazooie. The reason Banjo-Kazooie is coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is because people over in the West have been wanting him for so very long, and Nintendo finally heard that. Now, yes, the hero is definitely a special exception, because over in Japan, the hero as well as Dragon Quest are extremely popular. I mean, I would argue that that is one of their top 5 most popular game franchises at this point in time, so it was basically inevitable. Yes, we do need to remember that a lot of times they are going to make decisions based off the Japanese audience, but you also have to remember that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a worldwide phenomenon. It's not only played in Japan, so I do think that although it may have some kind of swing, we also may get characters from somewhere else. However, guys, overall, I do just have to say that this is one of the most interesting theories that we have talked about in a very long time. I have been talking about in my live streams as well as in videos how strange it is that we haven't seen the Mii costumes for Heihachi or Gino or some of the other characters return quite yet, and now it's starting to make sense why. If this does end up being legit, and this actually is the reason that we are going to end up seeing these characters, then this is actually a pretty cool way to go about it. Now, once again, guys, just remember this is just a theory and nothing is 100% confirmed quite yet, but pretty soon, I mean, who knows? we could end up seeing Leon Kennedy or maybe even Doomslayer or Heihachi join Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. At this point, guys, nobody really knows, but I would love to hear your thoughts about the Mii costume theory in the comment section down below. Do you guys believe that the Mii costume theory is real, and would you be happy if it was? Why or why not? Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.